Auburn. 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 Auburn players in the NFL. Let's talk about it. Starting off right away, guys. This is my NCAA intro sequence series. If you're new, we'll look at different intros from different college teams over the last 25 years. Today, we're taking a look at Auburn University. And of course, this is the alma mater of none other than Cam Newton. Super Bowl loser / almost. Actually, no, he did win MVP of the league, but not the Super Bowl. Because he didn't win the Super Bowl. Other than Cam Newton, Derek Hall for the Seahawks went here. Tank Bixley of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jarrett Stidham. T.O. Spikes. Jonathan Jones. Let's actually look at current players in the NFL who went here. So, current players, Derek Brown, defensive end for the Panthers, went here. Braden Smith, starting right tackle of the Colts. Looks like, for starters-wise, Carlton Davis III, who I believe was just on the Lions, now on the Patriots, went there. Darius Slayton, wide receiver 1 for the Giants. Jamie Sherwood, Jets starting linebacker. Okay. And Jamel Dean. Jamel Dean. That's like the first name we said today that I'm like, wow, he's actually a really good player. Jonathan Jones, cornerback for the Commanders, who used to be a cornerback for the Patriots. He went to Auburn. Derek Hall, we already said before. And then there's a lot of backups. It's actually a decent amount of players in the NFL. Looking at some of these other colleges, some have like 5 or 6 players in the NFL. This actually has a whole one list. I will see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wait, hold up. It does not tell me. Okay, so I'm going to say roughly around 40 players. I thought it was going to tell me in the list. All right, so what Hall of Famers went to Auburn? James Brooks. I don't know if he is. Willie Anderson. That's William Andrews, not Willie Anderson. Okay, so I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. He might be. Some of those players, when they have like the old-time pictures, it makes me think they're a Hall of Famer, but does not guarantee that. All right, so I don't see really any Hall of Famers that went there. Unless like Joe Cribbs is a Hall of Famer, and I just don't know. Cadillac Williams. I don't think he was a Hall of Famer. Yeah, this is some current players. All right, so they have a mascot because I know one of the intros in this video is going to have like a bird flying in. They do. Albie the Tiger. Okay, so it's like a knockoff Tony the Tiger type of aspect, it looks like. It's like Tony the Tiger, but he's like 60 years older. And it looks like they use that same mascot for their basketball team and their football team, which is actually kind of very common. That's something I've seen so much over the series. Is a lot of colleges, they just use the same mascot for all their sports programs. Instead of just using a new mascot, they just use the same one over and over again, which I guess really isn't a bad idea. I don't know. Tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. Would you want to use it as just one mascot per sports teams or all sports teams, same mascot? Because it's the same college in the end. Now, apparently they have 2 mascots. Their second mascot is War Eagle. Now, War Eagle is actually an eagle. That's what I said, the bird earlier that flies down. That's actually an eagle. Like, that's actually a real-life bird that flies in their stadium. It's not like a mascot, like a human's in the mascot suit. So, apparently, they do technically have 2. But it does say on the website, Auburn University's website, Auburn does not have 2 mascots. Auburn athletics teams are the Tigers, and the Tiger mascot name is Albie. War Eagle is a Auburn's battle cry and symbol. So their official website claims that is not their actual mascot. This is a symbol / a battle cry named Aurora or War Eagle the I think that's the 6th. Believe War Eagle the 6th. So, yeah, apparently this is right there on the screen right now. That's the War Eagle, which is named Aura or War Eagle the 6th. So, that's not a mascot apparently, which I also would agree that's probably not a mascot because I don't think a human's in that mascot thing. Although they do say that birds are fake. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so apparently there's only one mascot. Albie the Tiger is the basketball guy. He's also the football one. And I don't know if they have any other sports programs at Auburn. I'm actually surprised it took me so long to do Auburn because this is like a college that I thought they were like really good. I thought they were like one of the best, but I guess not. You know, I watched a game way back in the day. I forget who played. It was Auburn versus something. I think it was Auburn, Alabama. And Auburn returned the kickoff for 6 after missing. Alabama came up a little short on the field goal. And they won the game off of that. I watched that game live. So that's like my last time watching an Auburn game. And I'm pretty sure that was like in 2012. So it's been like a good almost 15 years since I've watched Auburn football. I am a Notre Dame fan, so I guess that says that. But yeah, so now we got NCAA 13, which obviously, as always, starts off with this very mid sequence of players working out and that kind of stuff. I will say, uniform-wise, I do really like the Auburn uniforms. Not my favorite, but I do really like the white and navy blue colors. It's a nice little touch. It's a nice little touch. Some of these uniforms in NCAA / in college football in general, I could do without. I know there's like special meanings behind some of the uniforms, so that's really the reason why, but I don't know. Some of the uniforms I see in these videos, I'm like, eh. But I do like this. As you can see right here, the helmets are pretty just plain and simple. And I do think Auburn has like one of the best logos in college. So it is a nice, like with the A and then the U underneath of it. So Auburn University. It's actually a nice little 1-2 punch here. And again, like I said, orange on the side. So I don't know. No, let me know. This is not a video of me trashing the uniforms. Stadium-wise, I'm going to give them a solid like 10 out of 10 stadium. Actually, a pretty good-looking stadium across the board. Some of these colleges, they have some weird stadiums. So, gotta love it when there's actually a good one. Once you get out of, like, the top, like, you know, most expensive colleges, I guess, like, the best colleges, Alabama, Georgia. Once you get to, like, some of the lower-end colleges, you start to see the difference. Even in the video game, you're like, oh, okay. Budget was not crazy there. And now we got NCAA 14. Most mid NCAA intro of all time. Because they try to make it into a movie. And bro, nobody cares about the movie. Nobody trying to watch the movie that is this game. The Tiger Walk. Okay, so there's our mascot. Okay, you know what? This is the first time we got to see the mascot today. And I was really looking forward to seeing the cracked off Tony the Tiger, or Albie the Tiger, whatever his name is. So I'm actually pretty happy that at least we got to see the knockoff Tony the Tiger. Although I don't know how they did not get copyrighted for that. Anyway, we got College Football 25, latest and greatest, as always. You already know. So there's War Eagle. All right, War Eagle the 6th. Nice. Or Aurora. I think it's Aurora. Because A-U-R. Aurora. And then, of course, we have our beauty here. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.